Hi, I'm Rachel King. Welcome to my channel, Jemima London. This week's vlog is all about swimwear. I have had a look at some of the current trends. I've also found some patterns. And I've actually also, for the very first time, made myself a swimming costume. So we'll start with the trends, then we'll do the patterns, and then at the very end we'll have a catch up like I normally do, and I'll show you my swimming costume that I actually made myself. So let's begin. So let's first talk about the trends. I've chosen 5 trends. Oh, it's not completely exhaustive. I mean, there's much more out there. I couldn't obviously cover everything. We'd be here forever. And I've just really chosen my favourites. So I hope these inspire you to make your own swimming costume. If not, it may just inspire you to go shopping. And just give you an overview on some of the trends that are around. When I look at trends for inspiration, I tend to go high end. So I've looked at Net-a-Porter matches, I looked at Selfridges, My Teresa, that sort of level, at the sort of designer level. But you will see these trends have already filtered down to within the high street, within the same season they do, because that's how the whole system works. Anyway, so excuse me, I'm going to be looking at my notes. Let's begin. Okay, so the first trend is monochrome. I wear black all year round, and I love black and white, so stark black and white in the heat of the summer. I think it looks fantastic. I particularly like Norma Kamali swimwear. You can see here in particular the white two-piece with the draping. I think is beautiful. I also love the wide stripe black and white bikini. I think it's stunning. And polka dots, which are a classic, and I love this one piece by Dolce & Gabbana. And then you can see I think it's the final bikini there, is by Lise Marie Fernandez, and it's tipped, i.e. it's trimmed, it's black with white. She's done more than that bikini along that theme. She's got some one pieces as well, I think. And I know that I've been looking in the stores myself, and M&S have got a version of that actually, or a similar version. They've done a similar thing. Okay, so that was monochrome. Moving on to botanical. Well, there's nothing new about designers plundering florals for inspiration, but some of these are particularly beautiful, especially these first 3, the first 2 by Agua and the third one by Zimmermann. I think the coloration is so pretty, these soft florals, botanically drawn. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. And then this one by Jean Paul Gaultier, which is really quite different, but still floral, obviously, with these massive roses. They've explored that idea within their collection, and I think they've got a blue version, and I think they've got it on bikinis, etc., possibly on sarongs as well. It's really interesting, really bold, really fun. Love the Dolce & Gabbana cherries. And this placement print from Etro with the trailing flowers and leaves going down the centre, and then you've got the beautiful ties on the shoulder. I think fantastic. Theme 3, trend 3 for me is paisley patch. I've called this because there are loads of, well, not just paisley prints, but sort of scarf prints and tile prints around. And a couple of designers, like here at Bote, they've kind of patchworked them together, which I think these are the first 2 silhouettes. I think it's really interesting, and they've also extended that into wovens, into dresses and things, that whole idea of patchworking prints together. I love the bold linear print from Double J, and the all over print from Metro in the paisley, the final swimsuit there. I think is absolutely stunning. I think that's a particularly nice trend. Okay, number 4, terracotta earth. There seems to be a lot of shades of brown, basically, from rich terracotta to sort of burnt orange to chocolate brown. Love this ikat print from Erez, which I think is beautiful, and the bold stripes and the prints from Johanna Ortiz. There are 3 pieces there from her on this slide. She's a particular favourite designer of mine. I think her work is absolutely stunning. And then the piece on the end if you're my age, you can probably remember Hunza G the first time around, you know, that really textured, stretchy lycra stuff. I never wore it myself. I just couldn't get away with it. I think it looks great on other people, but it's never a look for me. With these rings and in the straps here, I think it's a lovely piece, a really lovely piece. And finally, if you've watched my vlogs before, you know I like a bit of animal print. So I couldn't not include animal print. So these were some of my favourites that I found online. The first one from Atelier, I think with this halter neck number, is a particular favourite. Quite a monochrome animal print. And then Max Mara, the bikini, the zebra bikini, fabulous. Really lovely. So there's some just bits of inspiration for you from current trends, current designer swimwear that's around at the moment. Okay, so I've gone away and I've chosen 10, excuse me, 10 of my favourite patterns. Let's begin. So the first pattern I've chosen, I actually chose it for the one piece, but it's got a bikini version as well. And it's got this lovely neckline, which I love. But the other thing I like about it is it's got this centre front seam, so you can do colour blocking with it, which I thought would be really interesting. And you've got the one piece and you've got the bikini version, and you've got two variations around the bikini version, like a short top and a slightly longer top. And the briefs are either higher to give you more coverage, or slightly lower cut. And this is from the Kaia one piece or bikini from Papercut Patterns. 2 size sets, 4 to 20 or 18 to 36 as UK sizes, and that is a PDF downloadable pattern. Okay, so number 2 is a paper pattern from Vogue V1894. And these are 2 styles. I like both of these styles equally, actually. And they've both got that nice trimmed edge idea. And I thought maybe you could do the sort of the monochrome black and white theme using this pattern. And also there's quite a lot of gauging on them. On the one you've got gauging around the neckline, and the other one you've got gauging around the bust, and I always think that's a really flattering detail, and again would be good in a print or a plain. Okay, this third style, slightly daring, not for everybody, but I think it's stunning. It's from Sirena Patterns, and it's the Camille one piece, and it's this lovely simple plunging halter neck with the simple brief, and it's also got an optional tie detail. So again, you could have a printed top, plain bottom. You could colour block it, or you could just do it plain with or without the tie. And again, that's a PDF pattern, and sizes extra small to extra large. I wanted to include a vintage pattern, and I've got a vintage Vogue here, which is V9255. I understand it's a paper pattern, 2 size sets, 6 to 14 or 14 to 22. Now, I chose it for this lovely bra top on shorts, which is, I don't think it's really a swimming costume, but you would wear it on the beach, so I've sort of included it because I liked it so much. And it's also got this really lovely vintage tunic within the pattern as well. So you get three things for your money there. Really lovely. Okay, moving on to another Vogue pattern, another paper pattern, sizes 6 to 14 and 14 to 22 again. I chose it for this black asymmetrical swimsuit, which I particularly liked, and that's what popped up when I found the pattern. But it's actually 2 swimsuits, 1 bikini, 1 skirt and 1 cover up. But as I say, I chose it for the asymmetrical style, with the ring detail. But I also think the bikini's quite interesting with the wrap feature, and the other swimming costume, it's got a nice sort of back tie detail, and that little ruche skirt thing is a really versatile piece, really actually useful if you're on the beach and you have to go somewhere, and you can put it on and then you're done, aren't you? You're completely covered up. Now for a bikini. This is from Half Moon Atelier. I've never come across them before, but I think it's really lovely. It's called the Wells Bay Bikini. PDF sizes UK 6 to 20, but it is reversible, which is great. So you've got 2 in 1 there, and it's a really very simple style, and nice with this tie fastening at the back, because you know sometimes you get the clasp ones and they can dig in a bit. So it's adjustable as well, which I thought was great. I particularly like that, so I'm considering that one. If I've got time to make it, I'm going away in 3 weeks. It may be a bit unrealistic, but I'm contemplating it. Anyway, I think it's really nice. New look patterns. I haven't bought a new look pattern for ever. I can't remember the last time I bought one. I thought this was really pretty. It's got a waist tie, which is optional, and I like the way that they've done it with the colour blocking, and it's got a wrap skirt within the pattern as well. I'm not sure about the wrap skirt. I'm not sure about that, but I do like the swimming costume, and I love the red and the coral pink that they've made it in. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But you could do that in black and white, actually, couldn't you? You could do black with a white sash, or vice versa, or print with a plain sash. There's loads you could do with that. It's quite interesting. Okay, next one from Lise, a Tailor. Oh, sorry, that previous pattern was a paper pattern from New Look, size 8 to 20. Okay, coming next, number 8, Lise Tailor, the Hello Sunshine Bikini. I think this is so pretty. It's a paper pattern, sizes 38 to 48. So you've got this frill top, and then you've got 2 bottom options. One with little ties at the side and one with frills that sort of echo the frills on the bikini top. I think it's absolutely lovely. It is so sweet, and I also love the prints that they've made it in here. Okay, so this next one is an Etsy pattern, and this is the one that I found which really reminds me of the Hunza G swimming costume. It's probably because it's got the sort of the hardware detail, you know, the rings, and it's got the belt detail. But in general, I do love a sorry, I'm looking at my screen with the images on. I do love an asymmetrical swimming costume, as you can probably tell from the ones that I've chosen. This is from Etsy. It's a downloadable PDF pattern, sizes extra, extra small to extra, extra, extra large. Okay. And number 10, these are in no particular order, by the way, but this is a bit of a classic that I've chosen to finish with. It's from Etsy, a company called You Make Patterns on Etsy, so it's a downloadable PDF, and it is an absolute classic, and it's got underwiring and cups, so it's a proper grown-up swimming costume, and it's got the option of gauging around the waist, and it's also fully lined, and they say it's an intermediate, or for adventure, for beginners who want a bit of an adventure while they're sewing. Now, those are the 10 that I've chosen. As usual, I'm going to put all the links below so you can find them. You can just go straight to them. And I hope you enjoyed my selection. So here is my swimming costume that I've made. I use the Mood Patterns Marlowe swimsuit, and it's a free pattern. I haven't quite finished it. Because to get it on the stand, I had to leave that bit undone, because I haven't got one of those fancy stands with the legs. I've just got a normal one. So it's all done. I just have to stitch this together and do the elastic round here, which I'm slightly putting off because I'm dreading doing it. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with it. I think it looks really nice. I want to get some fabric to make a sarong in this kind of terracotta brown colour, and that's me. It's my summer holiday swimsuit, which I absolutely love, especially with a free pattern. I think the fabric was from, well, I don't think, I know it was from Walthamstow Market, and it was £5, and then I've lined it and interlined it with power mesh. and I bought a metre on eBay, and that was £5 too. So it's cost me £10 and the time to make it, which I think is pretty good. Anyway, so that's my first foray into swimwear. If I have time, I might, and find some really nice fabrics, I might make a couple more, because they are really quick to make. And I've actually, interestingly, managed to make it on my regular domestic sewing machine. Well, it's a Singer heavy duty, and I've got a few different stretch stitches on there, and I played around with them, and they're absolutely fine, and I think it's quite robust. I used to have an overlocker and it died on me, and I need another one, and I haven't got round to getting one, because it would be better to actually make one with an overlocker, but hey ho, I haven't got one at the moment. I will get one. I will get round to it in the near future, hopefully. Yeah, so that's my swimwear offer. Those of you who watch me regularly may have noticed that I didn't do a video last week, for which I apologise, but I had a bit of a family drama, and a member of the family ended up in hospital for 5 days. So I hope you understand that I could not, doing my YouTube video really wasn't up there in my priority list. Everything's okay now, thank goodness. I feel very lucky. Good old NHS. Yeah, so everything's fine, but that's why I missed a video last week, which I don't like doing. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I love to hear from you. I'd like to hear your comments on the trends and the patterns and your experiences of making swimwear. And I will see you next week with something different. Bye.